say you love me,
Welcome
but
back, tribe. How are you? How are you? Thank you for joining the tribe and being a part of it. Welcome back to Testimony Thursday. Okay, so many of you, if you've watched some of my previous videos, know that I struggle with some health issues. Probably about 4 years ago, I had a tumor removed, and they thought that it was cancerous. So the doctor that I seen, she told me that I need to go and see an oncologist. Well, this particular doctor, I'm not going to say what hospital I was at, but I will say it was an Army base. Let me back up. Okay, so I had some health issues. I had a tumor in my leg, and I normally go to our local hospital where I live, but my husband is prior military, so we have TRICARE. And for years, I've been going to this local hospital, but to have this surgery, they wanted me to go to, I was almost saying it, to the Army base. I was really scared to go because they don't know my history. They haven't been dealing with me, blase, whatever. Well, anyways, I ended up having to go because that's the only way I was able to have this particular surgery. And I can't think of the tumor, what it's called, but what am I trying to say? So I went to this doctor on the Army base, and the first time I seen this doctor, I said, please do a X-ray and a CAT scan, because my dad died of this same surgery, but it was on his hip. But he died of this same surgery because he bled eternally. He bled out, and the type of tumor that it is, it buries underneath, in between the nerve and the bone, if you will. Well, anyway, she said in the first meeting that I met her, she said, I know what I'm doing. And mind you, I only met her a week prior to the surgery. That's it. So she's only known me 4 days prior before she's going to open me up, right? So anyway, so her reply was, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this type of surgery as long as you've been alive, and whatever. And so just no bedside manner whatsoever. So I was really scared. I should have said no. I should have said absolutely not, but the surgery needed to be done. So there you have it. So I end up coming in, having the surgery, and in the middle of the surgery, she came out and spoke with my mom and told her that she had to go deeper than she thought. Well, if you would have did the X-ray like I told you, then we wouldn't have that problem, right? Well, 6 years down the road, I am still having issues. Let me back up again. So after the surgery, I never fully healed. She taken the sample, and she had supposed to have sent it off, right? So she got the results back, and she said it came back. I'm concerned. It looks a little cancerous, right? So she said go and see an oncologist, right? Is that right? I think that's right. And I said okay, and she said wait for me to send over your labs and the sample, and I'm gonna make you an appointment. Well, she told me go and see this person, but she never set the appointment up. I called back for weeks. Mind you, I've been back to the hospital between that time, right after the surgery. I went back to the hospital more than 6 times about my leg hurting, right? And asking her, should it hurt this much? Should it hurt? It was painful before, but this was unbelievable painful, right? And so, so I came back and forth to the hospital, and she finally called me probably about a month later. She said, yeah, you need to really go see an oncologist. The sample looks cancerous, but I'm gonna send it off for a second opinion. A month after, right? So she sent it off, and then she calls me less than 36 hours. Less than 36 hours. No. I called back to get the results. And she said, and I thought she was going to say, come in on, let me tell you the results. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I put your sample in to be sent off, and it was in the wrong pile or something, and it was destroyed. So do I go to the oncologist or what? You know, so she said, I'll call you back. We're 6 years down the road. There's no call back. So anyways, my dog, about a couple of months after that, I went back to Scott and White. They did some treatment. I had taken some treatments or whatever, and I was on antibiotics and all this other mess. I was on a lot of medicine. It's ridiculous. They were always putting me on different medicines, and this is outside of the other stuff that I was dealing with, right? The 7.9, 7.8 tumor in my belly. This is just, you know, it was really, really little. So anyways, not real little. It was probably about the size of two grapes put together. I don't know. But anyway, that size. And so, 6 years down the road, I'm still having problems with my leg. Matter of fact, it's hurting now. And so went to the doctor probably about 3 weeks. No, 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago. A week ago. Oh my goodness. I went to the doctor last week. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Anyways, so this doctor is friends with the lady at the local, I think I said the hospital. The local hospital that I go to, and that did my surgery. She said, go see my friend. So I've just been really blessed. I found these doctors it started with the doctor in the ER sending me to go see his friend, which was female. She ended up doing my surgery for the tumor in my stomach. And then that doctor, she sent me to a friend, which is now my primary. And he is amazing. And he did some x-rays and sonograms and things in my leg, and he drained some fluid off the bone to check for cancer. And the first results, he was kind of worried. So, but he ran it again, and I do have my many. I don't know what they're called. I need all these long names, but I will never be able to pronounce them. I need to start putting them down in the description. But if I find, I'm gonna take a picture. Not take a picture, but I'll try to link the information down in the comment area. Anyways, in the description area. So I have many blood clots. These blood clots are not super duper dangerous, but they do have to watch over them over time, and I have to wear compression socks. I should not be going through this, I don't think. I don't know. I was told by a doctor, not the doctors that I've seen now. I was told by a doctor to seek legal counsel because the doctor who operated on my leg made a mistake, and they try to hide it. She made a mistake about the tumor lost sample, and so, but I don't want the hassle. It's hard to get a lawyer to fight against local police officers, teachers, doctors, or other lawyers. Anybody that's in position. A lot of lawyers around here don't want to go against their brothers, if you will. So it is what it is. And she'll get hers through God, because everything that you do in life, you have to reap what you sow. You know, it might be her mom, her daughter. It will reap. I don't wish that on her. I will feel better even if she sends me an email of apology. I doubt if she ever see this, but if she sends out a letter of apology, I'm good with that. But own up to your mistakes, because I'm still suffering. I'm still suffering from a surgery that you did to my leg. But anyways, praise God because I'm alive. Praise God. So anyways, so the sample from my leg came back, no cancer. Whoop, 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 whoop. So they've been checking for cancer for the last 3 years. And so far, so good. So I'm super excited, super blessed about that. That is my testimony for today. I know I was all over the place, but to God be the glory. I'm just super excited and thankful. So y'all enjoy this day. It is, I know if I tell y'all this temperature, y'all gonna be like, that's not cold. But here in Texas, it's a whopping 44, and I'm cold. You know, not freezing, but cold. I have the heater on. That's why you probably hear this noise. But wherever you are, bundle up, stay warm. Try to love one another. And if you can't love one another, at least be kind to each other. And I love what Ellen says when she says, be kind to one another. That's just amazing. Because the Bible requires us to love one another. And I know that's sometimes hard to do. But we can at least be kind, right? If you can't love somebody, you can be kind. And so make sure you choose kindness if you can't do anything else. This world, we're in a division like 50 years ago. And I don't want to say that's where we're headed, because I think that this generation have the power to break a lot of generational curse. And I say generational for us all. This generation, we share the same generations from years ago, what our grandparents and parents went through. We don't have to. In the world that we're building for our grandkids and our children and future, what do you want them to walk in on? Is it worth hating somebody based on their color? Because you will reap what you sow. It may not be you in your lifetime, but your grandkids, how you treat people. I'm going to end on this. And some people may not agree, but I wholeheartedly live by it. Try to sometimes. Sometimes I get off the wagon and I can see it coming in full effect. But how you treat people today is what you deposit in your children and grandchildren's future. So you have a bucket. Your grandkids and your kids and your future generations have a bucket. How you treat each other is what you're putting in your children's generation's bucket. So the choice is yours. I tell my son all the time, we all have 24 hours in a day, and we all have the same choice every day. When we wake up, we all have a choice to make. Either you're going to be positive or you're going to be negative. There's nothing in between. That's your choice. And whatever choice you make, that's what you're putting in the atmosphere. That's what you're putting in your children's future. And it doesn't have to be that way. Life is, I know that a lot of us are struggling. A lot of us are going through some things. A lot of us have family members with depression and suicidal thoughts, infant lost, children with cancer, so many things that we are faced through. But it's how you handle the situation. It's how you handle the thing that you're faced with. Life is hard, period. And you shouldn't add to your stress by putting on depression. You shouldn't add on your stress by being negative. You shouldn't put on whatever you're going through. Whatever you're going through, don't add layers to it. You know what I mean? So, for example, if I'm dealing with a addiction, I'm not going to go out there. Okay, so, I'm trying to use an example. If I'm dealing with an addiction, I'm not going to then also be hateful, just a hateful person. Addiction can make you moody and hateful, yes. But just to be purposely hateful, purposely just spiteful. You don't have to add on to that. You can be the most pleasant drunk on the planet Earth. You can be the most pleasant crackhead on the planet Earth. You don't have to ruin other people's day just because your day is going bad. You don't have to. So, there you have it. Boop! Bye!